ran into someone the other day, they said, as soon as you're open, you let us know and we'll rent it. I mean, they want this. People want it.
Gosh, what's not to love? You know, I love the pace of Southwest Virginia. I love the natural beauty of Southwest Virginia. One of our best assets are our people.
I think that it's important for people to see that this region is truly transforming.
Yeah, we're in a really unique place and time here in Southwest Virginia at this time, and we're recognizing that there's development that's happening, but ultimately we're all preparing for, the next 20 years.
The thing that I'm excited about with this project through the Community Fund is that we are utilizing our natural resources in a different way than we have in the past. So at one time the economy was heavily based on natural resource extraction, and now it's kind of shifting towards a basis in outdoor recreation.
When people come to our area, they're not going to just visit one town. They may spend the night in one town, but they're going to eat in restaurants in another town. They're going to shop in another town. They're going to enjoy recreation opportunities in another town. So instead of trying to compete with one another, I think as a region, we have to start focusing on how we can benefit and how we can be accents to the assets that our other localities have.
A group of people in the town of St. Paul got together and said, we've got to make a difference. It's not going to happen overnight.
I think a viable economic development strategy should not put all of our eggs in any one basket. We have been there before. We've learned our lesson. We need to make sure that we are laser focused on diversifying the region's economy. The Cumberland Forest Community Fund is really unique in that it has a triple bottom line. It has to be any project that receives funding or even consideration has to have an economic benefit, a community benefit, as well as an environmental benefit.
We had applications that ranged from a local community park to be created in a community that has no parks. An organization created an elk viewing tower that will be ADA accessible. We have a state park. We have a local canoe outfitter, nonprofit medical service, then some community groups. So there was a very diverse application pool.
So I received an email that kind of went out to a lot of different people in the region letting us know about the opportunity with the Community Fund. And when I read the details, it became obvious that it seemed to complement what we're trying to achieve with our rock climbing programs.
We are going to have a bike and kayak rental here in Coburn. The grant is really helpful for us just because we need a roof. We need everything. And so any little bit right now is going to help us.
We expect that the Community Fund dollars will increase the number of climbers we have in the park. The money that we receive from the Community Fund will help us build our climbing program in such a manner that brings in additional guests who will ultimately spend more money here at the park. And we think that that will help us to build additional trails, install new routes, and that it will hopefully help with the long-term economic success of the park.
The sum of money that we've received will only get us started to build the bridge, and we call it bridging the gap, getting from one side of Espanola to the other, but it also plays on the idea of educational bridges that you have to build from one concept to another concept.
Kirby specifically will be hiring an executive director to build capacity specifically around projects that really elevate this river and the communities, the hometowns of the Clinch, that make this place so special.
The Cumberland Forest Fund is going to be very instrumental to this project. We have done some minimal site development work, just basically getting the site ready for the project. But this funding is really going to allow us to not only take the project to the next level, but to complete the project also.
The Cumberland Forest Community Fund provides us an opportunity to be able to seed some of those very interesting projects that have tremendous potential that may not seek funding anywhere else. So I absolutely think that what we're doing here is replicable in other rural regions, and probably lessons learned, in even more urban metropolitan areas when you think about grassroots efforts and building relationships and finding collaborative projects that really make a difference.
If I wanted to live in a city, there are lots of cities to live in. But we don't want the city feel. We want the attractions, we want people to come here, we want people to value what is already here as opposed to creating new, flashy attractions. That's not what we want Appalachia to be.
There's a big misconception that young people who may just be out of high school or just out of college don't have any opportunities in our small towns, but there's opportunities there, and it just takes a little bit of hard work and a little bit of investment, and there's definitely some opportunities there to stay in this area and be successful.
I know we talk a lot about the three-legged stool and recognizing that you can have community benefits, financial benefits, and environmental benefits all at once. See it really come to fruition in a big way and in an understood way as it comes to direct economic impact. It's really powerful. I'm so excited to be partners with some of the other funded organizations within this fund and look forward to partnering and supporting them as well.
When you look at the Cumberland Forest Community Fund, this offers the opportunity for people in this region that have a great idea to get that project off the ground and help them develop a proof of concept, help them to prove that this could actually be something big for the region, that 5 years from now really may be transformational, but it needed to have somebody to believe in it initially. And that's what I think the Cumberland Forest Community Fund offers.